Welcome back, all my Minecrafting friends. This is the Day 5 player update of the March 2015 Minecraft Hardcore Challenge, the Zero Chunk Challenge. And Day 5 was a rough day for a lot of players. Let's start with Baker Bell. Baker Bell got a record on Day 5, and she opened the top of the spider spawner that is near the surface. She raided the chests. She got a cow back into her area, in her fenced area. She made a cake, and she started working on her house, or she continued working on her house. She worked on her house. Okay, so next we have Cherry Bitters. Cherry Bitters has full armor now. She cut some wood, cut some trees to get wood. She was picking tall grass with shears so she can use it in her landscaping. She worked on her house a bit, including installing some doors. Okay. Next, let's talk about the team of Technoscribe, Mom of Miners, and Frank and Honest. Okay. Technoscribe had to make another grave in Day 5 for Mom of Miners. Momo got attacked by a witch, and then she ran away, but she was in a cavern and she couldn't get that far, and the witch caught up with her and hit her again, and a skeleton was after her at the same time, and it didn't work out. So, killed by a witch and a skeleton. Momo is out. Technoscribe is making a new grave, and Frank is mining and building more levels on the house, and they're cutting down giant trees to get wood to do stuff. Okay. Next we have the solo single-player world of Technoscribe. She is adding levels to her skyscraper. She's putting glass in the walls so she can see out. Of course, you know, skyscrapers are typically glass and steel and concrete. I think her skyscraper is wood and glass. But, okay. She's decided to put a farm on every level so that it can be self-sufficient. They're not going to have to import food. Okay, that should be interesting. Next we have Jade LF. Jade added a second floor to her house. She went out and collected some sand. Then she went mining to collect cobble. She made glass windows. She made bread. And, so she's having a pretty successful Day 5. Next is Nova Cookie 232. He started out by doing some caving. He found the diamonds. He used those to make a pick and collected 4 obsidian. We have a pretty good idea what he's going to do with that, or at least he has it available. And he made full armor, so he's now fully armored up. I think I have one piece of armor. I know I don't have full armor. Okay, next we have Bear Family 07. Bear Family 07 went out exploring and collecting seeds from breaking grass and collecting clay from the rivers. Got some sugar cane, collected some sand, just kind of a resource trip. Came back and worked on the fountain garden. He's the one with the garden that steps up like a fountain, or like a little hill or something. And then he went mining for materials. Next we have Wild Trekker. Wild Trekker worked on his house. He cut some trees. He put glass windows in his house, and he built a nice staircase. Goes up and splits and goes 2 directions. Very fancy. Next we have Resorter Z. Resorter Z is having a rough time in Day 5. He jumped into lava twice, but was able to put down a water block each time and put himself out before he died. He mined a diamond, but ended up dropping it into the lava, so he lost that one. He found the deep spider dungeon and did get the stuff out of the chests, and he also got the diamonds that are right near there, right near the spider dungeon. He broke the spawner of the spider dungeon, and by the end of the episode he was out of food except for some zombie flesh, so he needs to get his food situation in order. Next we have the team of Lightbringer and Heatherbee. Lightbringer was out collecting sand while Heatherbee was down mining materials. He collected some clay. She found some diamonds. Then he came back and worked on the house. She did some more mining. He put a roof on the house, or started working on the roof. Next we have Team Colony. This is the big team with lots of kids running around screaming and doing crazy stuff. Their episode was basically chaos. I didn't notice anything particular noteworthy that they accomplished, except a lot of running around and screaming. Okay, next we have the team of Psycho SFK and Crazy Kinsey. They were much more productive. They're working on their treehouse and making progress on that. Next we have Ias the Bad. Ias the Bad started out mining. Then he decided to make a pond, and he's building something with water. I think it's like he's got a little pond, and then he's making a stream that kind of goes around inside his area. I'm not sure if he's going to try to use it as a moat, but next we have Black Belt Crafter. Black Belt Crafter was down in a cave, I think. Was he the one in the cave? I'm not sure. Could have been on the surface. I didn't write it down. I should have. Okay, but anyway, he was blown up by a creeper pretty early in his episode. But he says he'll be back in April. Little does he know what we have in store for him in April. Okay, next we have Tim Obert, aka Captain Hook 5150. He was making bread. He's playing this month like a mole. Okay, he's spending as much time as possible underground, only coming up when he needs something, like wood or water block or seeds or something, and then he's going right back down. Okay, he made another portal and went to the Nether, and he was looking around in the Nether, did not find anything particularly interesting. He didn't find any materials that he thought he needed. He was about ready to turn around and come back, and then he decided, well, let me look over here, and he started tunneling, and his computer went into lag mode, and he broke a block, and the lava flowed out over him like really fast, faster than water. I mean, just, of course, it was due to the lag. It wasn't his fault, but he got burned up by the lagging lava. Or him lagging and the lava not lagging, I don't know. But anyway, he's out, burned up in the lava. We'll hope to see him back in April. Okay, next we have Penguin Gaming. Penguin Gaming, if you remember, is the player that lost everything in his last episode, but decided to continue on anyway. In this episode, in day 5, he did some fishing, and he was fishing like a pro, having pretty good success, just pulling them in one after the other. After he got done fishing, he decided to go mining, found a diamond. He made a clock so he would know what time it is, and then he came up and was fighting mobs until the sun rose. Or I guess he was down in the caverns fighting mobs and watching his clock. Then he came up. But anyway, he did a lot of mob fighting there toward the end. Next we have Master Rudy. Master Rudy did some mining, and that turned into caving. He found diamonds, the ones next to the spawner. He found the spider dungeon down there, the deep spider dungeon. He got the stuff out of the chest. He came up and went outside of the area and got some sugar cane. Then he did some fishing. He made himself full armor. See, he's armored up now. Next we have Murph and Dan. Murph and Dan raided the surface spider dungeon, the one over by that little cavern near the surface. They made cake. They did some mining. In the evening they were fighting mobs out on the surface, and Dan got blown up by a creeper. So sad about Dan getting blown up by a creeper. But Murphy's continuing on. Next we have PB of PB Plays Inside, and PB was certainly not playing inside in day 5. She is building her tower up to Y200. She reached Y200 and then started building a platform out of cobble slabs. And I don't know what she's going to do with it. Is she gonna like just build a farm and a house and, you know, live up there, or is she just gonna jump off of it and land in the water? I don't know what she has planned. Okay, next we have Mr. Radio Gaming. Mr. Radio Gaming made a portal, went to the Nether. Fortunately, his portal in the Nether is inside a cavern, far from any lava pools or cliffs, so it's pretty safe. He decided to turn around and come back to the overworld, started working on a building which he calls a tower, but it isn't very tall yet, and he keeps building it and tearing it down and building it and changing it, and then putting some stuff on and then taking it back off and putting it differently, and you know, so a lot of rebuilding. He has a carrot farm, a small carrot farm, but they're not growing very fast. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe they need water, maybe they need light, maybe just carrots don't grow fast. I don't know. But he did some tree cutting. He made an underground pond, which he did some fishing in. But the fish were not biting, and he has no food except for some zombie flesh. By the end of the episode, he had 3 hearts, 2 haunches, and is not regenning. So his food situation is fairly critical. Next we have Kid Awesome 2. This is Dad of Kid Awesome 2. He started doing some fishing. Then he went caving. He found diamonds. He found the deep spider dungeon down at the bottom. He got the stuff out of the chests. He got lost in the caverns. He doesn't know which way is up, apparently. Okay, he can't tower up outside of the the 4 chunks near the center of the map, and he doesn't know how to get back to there. He still has tools though, so he's not stranded, but he is lost. And finally we have Derp Guru. Derp Guru started out her day 5 by doing some landscaping. Then she made a little pond, which she credited to Jade on her Dirtville spawn house. Then she decided to go caving, and came back up, and then was rearranging remodeling the house. She moved the farm outside of the house and expanded the area where the farm was. She enclosed that into the house and moved the farm outside. So that takes care of day 5. Hang on there. The announcement video for April will be up soon in a few days. Not sure exactly when. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Oh, in my episode, my day 5, I just continued building up, I think. Yeah, I had... Is that the one where I cut all the trees, or I can't remember. Anyway, I'm working on the supports for the forest ranger station, and hopefully I'll have it done by the end of the month. This is Mike Deering signing out. Look at all those guys down there. Man, I have got to get some fence down there. Okay, see you in day 6.